Alright. As you can see, I've cleaned up a little bit. Now, let's have a look at how this is going today. I've spent a little bit of time doing this. We still have not touched the other maps. There's nothing been done to any of them yet. I haven't had the time to get around them. I've done a teeny bit on the jungle town. I mean, a teeny bit. It's not even, like, the margin is not even correct. But let's go over to Goose Chapel. Goose Chapel is where I've put most of the effort so far. So, as always, all of these can be clicked on individually. Go back. You can click on them without, needing to click here. You can click here, or you can click on the screen. The streets north and the streets south, I'm actually going to combine into just the streets because most of these tasks, always one that has multiple tasks. Here, red lights. See how I got these different areas? They can go to the different areas. I haven't got the other images yet, but click on each one of these. Area 1, Area 2, Area 3. That is what I'm going to do with the streets. I'm going to use the streets and, oh, that's the warehouse. And have them with, areas. It's just easier rather than having two separate sections. It doesn't make much sense. That clearly just says the streets. It's not actually north or south. So to make it simpler, I'll do. I mean, there's only one task here. There's a duck hall here. There's a task part 2 here. And there's the slap mouse up here. And that's it. That's all they have. So there's not much to do anyway. I don't have to add much. Oh, and possibly here. There's also possibly here you put the same task as that. But anyway, that's that. So what I've worked on here today is this. We now have videos. Now, if you're on a mobile device, I've set it up so that it will not show the video because the video can't work on mobile. At least not unless it's full screen. I think there may have been a change in the engine I'm using. I'm not entirely sure. But to save space, I'm just doing it this way. Now you can hear the video still playing in the background. I've got to fix that. That is a bug. But as soon as you click on anything, it goes away. So I'm not worried. It's not game breaking right now, and this is not in game. But you know, it's not app breaking. So they all have. This obviously needs more information. They all have the correct information though. They show what they should show. The videos need a bit of touch up, but they'll do for now. So that's those three. That's the tavern. Let's have a look at, for example, the mayor's office. I have not done the mayor's office yet, so let's look at what the mayor's office looks like. Hey, we've still got an image. It's not a task video, but it still at least shows the image. So even though I haven't got around to it, it will still work. And then there's something I haven't got the image for. This will pop up instead. Now in this case, I still have the description for it. So all of this is achieved. Oh, that's another one. With this little bit of code here. So effectively have, if it's not a mobile device, and if the task is a video, or rather if there is a video, because we use the Python function, well the RenPy specific Python function, does the file exist? In this case, does the video exist? If the video exists, put the video in. The video will be called Goose Chapel space, and then, this task, whatever the task is called. The class task will be filled in there, and it'll put that corresponding video in. Zoom 1.5 so I don't use a million gigabytes of space. I'm going to scale the videos up. They're 480p. I could possibly get away with making them low quality. We'll see. Currently, they're only about a megabyte each or less, so we'll see. There are like 600 tasks in this game, so we'll have to see how that goes. But if you are, like, if that doesn't exist while I'm making this, if this does not exist, then we'll have task as an image. If the task, if the image file for the task exists, sorry. So, say example, the video file doesn't exist. That gets ignored. It'll check this one instead. If it is an image file and it exists, it'll show the image corresponding to the task. Same deal. Assuming that doesn't work, then this is what will show the under construction, which is this. So, under all circumstances, you shouldn't have anything that doesn't work. Something should always show, unless I've got something wrong. In the event you are on a mobile device, thankfully handled by the engine, all I gotta do is add the mobile variation, which is I'm just gonna define them all up here. It's just a simple link to the video, or the picture rather, which in this case are these. Fluff pillow. And that's in there. And there's the video section. Currently, that's all I have, at least for this section. I've been working on other things, but yeah. And that's the entire screen. So from there up, that's your screen. Here, that's where it starts. Damn it. Get that. No, there. That is the entire screen. That little section there. And that makes all of these. Every single one of them. All of the tasks will all be made by that little bit of code. Of course, the actual code tells it to put this description on the screen. So this is part of it too, technically. And there's gonna be a lot of it. This is just Goose Chapel. And this is before I've written them out. As you can see, Dust for Prince task tutorial coming soon. This is all just base boilerplate stuff. I've got to add the actual information yet. And then, of course, we got a dictionary for what a task is what. Simply because I can't use spaces, so I need to use underscores in some language. This just sort of converts that for me and lets me make it easier. A bit of styling for the text sizing. That's not important. But yeah, that's what that is. If I go back to the maps, so this is where the main magic works, and I've still got a lot of work doing here too. But that's that. That's what we're up to. That's what we've done today. I'll slap out the rest of these over time as I get a chance to record them. But given that that now works, I will probably put this up on Google Play, or at least a download of some sort fairly soon. I keep saying that, and it doesn't really happen. That's just because I don't have the time. But when I do get to, as soon as I get time, I will. RamPi comes with a handy built-in phone or Android emulator. You can also emulate the Ouya TV, tablets, and specific other things, but generally anything that runs on Android OS, this will do it. So let's go across to Maps and Tasks, Goose Chapel. So this would be as if it was on a mobile device. So if I click on that, this shows up instead on a mobile. I do have extra work to do this though, like before the mobile version can go. Yeah, see, in this case, I don't have the backup images because you can't use rampi.exists. That function doesn't work on mobile. So this comes up instead. So mobile version will have just a, yeah, the image doesn't exist notification until I make it. But that's good enough, at least it doesn't crash. But everything else works the same, your roles as they always do, exactly the same. So that'll be that. I'll have to do one more thing to that though, because when it comes to it, when I export these to a mobile, for example, there's 2.67 megabytes of files. You don't want those in the mobile version because they're not getting used. And hopefully by the time the full version is released, these files will not be needed for the PC version. May keep them for a backup just in case, depending how big they get. They may not be too big. I might keep them as a backup image in case something gets corrupted or you can't find the file. I'll put some clauses in just in case. But I don't need them either for PC. So what I would do is when you're building the distribution, which is just this simple button. Oops, that's not what I want. Oh yeah. When you want to do that, before I press that button, I'll need to get back, make sure that there are some. Where's the options? Options. There it is. There are some clauses down here in the build preferences. And you classify that those files will be separate. So one will be for the mobile and one will be for the PC. And I'll have to make sure that when I'm building the mobile version, I don't include the PC version. When I'm building the PC version, I don't include the mobile version. But I'll do that when I get to it. I just wanted to really show you. ultimately this whole video was just to show you guys that I spent like 4 hours getting this right. Between recording the video, writing the code, editing the video, putting in the right format, scaling it, make sure it works, testing it, adjusting it, you know, like a lot of the time, most of the time that is consumed in making this stuff is in getting the images or videos, making them, sizing them, saving the files, recording them in the first place. That is what takes most of the time. The actual putting them into the game, or the app rather, doesn't take that much time compared to that. Anyway, that's the newest update. That's what will be coming next. And, oh, in case you can't tell, I'm quite tired, even though it's only 5:22 p.m. Might be because somebody stayed up last night until like 3 in the morning playing Fortnite. Anyway, I don't know. I was actually about 2, but I stayed up till 3 talking to the girlfriend. So, we are up to 0.007. Once the tasks are all completed, we'll be a fair bit further in. But for now, catch you guys later with the next update. And hopefully this one is out soon. If you want a copy of it, the link will be in the description if I've uploaded it somewhere. If not, send me a message on Discord. You'll know who I am if you can see this video. See you guys.